Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. What a day, what a day, what a day. Test, test, test. Test, test. Yeah, I see it. Okay.
You see what?
The green bars right here.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone. Come on in. As you come in, tell us where you're streaming from this evening. Happy Friday, everyone. Hello, Miss Terry.
Just in case. Just in case they say they can't.
Hello, Miss Ja. How are you doing?
Maryland. Ha ha ha.
Tell us where you're streaming from this
Cincinnati.
evening.
What's up? What's up, Cincinnati? WKRP. Jacksonville. Good evening, Lisa Jones, Karen Marsh. All right, Baltimore. What's up, Riverview? Hey, y'all.
Hello, everyone. Come on in.
Good evening, Washington, D.C. What's up? Houston, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right, let's jump in. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jomo.
I'm Charmaine.
We've been married now 23 years,
Yes.
give or take, and we get together on Friday nights and we just have real raw and relevant conversation in reference to marriage and relationships. Our whole goal is to help people navigate the challenges of a relationship, which can be challenging, and you have to learn how to skills and tools to make it work. Tonight, as we jump in, I have a couple Cousins Chronicles, not deep, but I realize how it made me feel, and I think that this could be something that will help others to do similar. My wife had stacked up a bunch of boxes by the door, and I'd asked her, I saw him one day, and I asked her the next day, is it trash or is it, do you have a plan? Because sometimes someone has, they do things and there's like a plan or strategy of what they were doing. So what I try to do is not engage until, I see what the strategy is. Well, anyway, I said, man, is this trash? She said, no, it's trash. So I went ahead and I took it out. And maybe about 10, 15 minutes later, she's like, you know what? Thanks, babe. I really appreciate it. And it made me feel some kind of way. And I said, I wonder how many of us are in relationships and you do things and you never hear thank you or I appreciate you. And I was just kind of stirred at how it made me feel. I was going to do it anyway. It was going the same direction. It wasn't like it was extra work. It wasn't like the boxes were heavy, but it made me feel some kind of way when she said, thank you. I really appreciate that. Because sometimes in a relationship, you do things for people, but you never hear thank you. You never hear, I appreciate you. You never hear that really mattered to me. And what happens if you do things long enough and you don't get feedback, if you don't get some kind of connectivity to what you did, you will stop doing it. The reality is what gets rewarded gets done. I'm going to say it again. What gets rewarded gets done. So oftentimes people don't do certain things because there's no benefit to doing it. Now, truthfully, you should just do it out of the kindness of the heart. The Bible says, I believe it's Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, do it unto the Lord, not unto man. But I'm still flesh and I'm still blood. A thank you every now and then goes a long way. And I thought I didn't need it. But when she said it, it did something to me. I said, oh, praise the Lord. I'm going to say that. Also, another Cousins Chronicle this week. I have been on the road a lot this week with my brother, and I'm a little bit more tired than usual because I'm really hustling this week. So I came home. I was like, you know what? I just don't feel like exercising. And she said something to me that really encouraged me, like, well, you'll figure out a way to do it. I forgot what you said, but.
Yeah, I just said you'll regret it if you don't do it. So I think you should.
Yeah.
You should get up and push through.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said, Joe, I think you should push through. And that word at that moment, at that time, gave me the impetus, the motivation to push through. I believe that your spouse should be your biggest cheerleader
I totally agree.
and push you and help you to get there.
Right.
The last thing you want to do is come home to a negative, nagging person.
Mm-hmm.
You need a person who's going to encourage you to push through whatever it is. And you really pushed me, and I went up. Now, I didn't do all I wanted to do, but I did more.
You did something.
Correct.
Yeah.
And life is built on habits.
That's right.
So we should be each other's motivation to continue to push through. So tonight our topic is 10 deal breakers for your relationship. 10 deal breakers for your relationship.
I thought this was really important to talk about because a lot of times we talk about the things that we don't like just in general, and we talk about the things that we love, and we talk about what we aspire our relationships to be like, but then we don't talk about the deal breakers, the things that really matter. If these things happen, it's really going to crush me. If these things happen, we may not have a relationship anymore because I don't know if I can recover from these things. I think it's very important for your spouse to know deal breakers. And it's very important when you're in a relationship and you're trying to get to know a person, for them to know what your deal breakers are and let them decide whether they can live up to not, doing a deal breaker. So I think it's just another way of communicating and another way of being totally transparent and honest with your spouse. And if you're already married, you've been married for a while, some deal breakers have changed. So I think it's always good to talk about it. It should be a conversation.
Correct. Let's jump in. Number one deal breaker is abuse.
Yeah.
I grew up in an abusive home, and I would never want to be a part of that again. So if you are in an abusive home, marriage, relationship, just understand there's collateral damage. If there's kids there, they're being affected. Not just the spouse is being abused. It's a horrible place to be. Now, the only way, this is a deal breaker, the only way we can fix this is you get some help.
Right.
Neither one of us should put our hands on the other person besides love. Okay? But in an abusive way, it's not healthy.
Right.
Just like we don't want to abuse our kids, which we say we love, we should not abuse our spouse that we say we love. And there's help. You can get help. But you have to be willing to admit, I need help. Because when you get to the place where you got to touch somebody, that's a dangerous place. Remember, anger leads to danger. Anger leads to danger. And once danger comes, now you have the potential to kill and be in jail. It's not worth it. Get help.
Yes, absolutely. I also wanted to touch on verbal abuse too, babe.
Yeah.
Just constantly beating the person up verbally is not good as well. And it makes for a very toxic relationship. And that's another form of abuse.
They say verbal abuse is more detrimental than physical abuse. Now, I'm not in either one, so I'm just saying what's said. Now, the only reason I could say it could be more detrimental is death and life are in the power of the tongue. So our words, our tongue is so dangerous to kill a person. I heard a guy I respect very much, and he told me a story. He says when he had just become a Marine in his early 20s. And obviously at that time, he said, I didn't understand all the things of being a man or being a husband at that stage. Any man in the 20s know what we're talking about. Didn't know the totality of life. But he told his then fiance that I'm a Marine and I'm going to keep it tight. If you're going to be my wife, you're going to keep it tight. And he told her that when they were in their early 20s. She has anorexia. She has struggled with eating for the last 50 years.
Wow.
And he said it to me. He says, be careful what you say.
Wow, babe.
We don't understand the power
of
our words.
Wow.
Number two,
Yes.
selfishness.
We all can be selfish at times. We were born selfish. You came out of the womb saying what? Mine.
Correct.
Mine. No, mine. How many times have you heard children say, no, mine? And they weren't taught that. They just know that it's mine. So we can all tend to be selfish at times. But the thing is as we grow and we mature and you get into a relationship, you're part of a relationship, you cannot be selfish anymore. You have to think of others.
Relationships are about being selfless and not selfish.
Right.
So I have to make the other person a priority. The Bible says that Jesus laid down his life for the church, and husbands are to lay down their life for their wives.
Right.
It is difficult. It's arduous. It's challenging. Don't get married if you're still selfish.
Right. If it's all about you, be about you, boo.
Be about you, boo. Number three.
Adultery.
Adultery. Wow. Well, no other way to say it. If you have a body part, it should be that body part should be for your spouse.
That's right.
Period. Now, you can recover from adultery.
Right.
But you cannot be a consistent offender.
Right.
And expect that the person you're with can continue to receive that disrespect.
Right.
It's funny, I was in my office today and I thought about Charmaine, and I said to myself, I don't know why I said it. I said, but I will never hurt her like that. Now, I have hurt her before, but my premise is I will never hurt her like that.
Right.
I understand the weight of it now. You know, when I was young and stupid, I don't know if anybody's been young and stupid. If you've been young and stupid, I want you to type in the chat. I have been young and stupid. Just be free. I have been young and stupid.
Right.
So there was a season in my life where I was young and stupid, and I didn't understand all the consequences and the ramifications of me being selfish. Anyway, I said shellfish. Anyway, selfish.
Right.
And I was in my office. I said, I will never. And then what it is, I think I've been dealing with a lot of challenging relationships. And I said to myself, I don't want to put her through that kind of pain.
Right.
Because it's too much.
I think, I totally agree with you that people can recover from adultery, but understand when you commit adultery, your relationship is not going to be the same relationship. There's going to be some things that you have to overcome. There's going to be some battles that will have to be won. And the person's never the same again. So you have to get to know this new person that has been broken by your actions. So it's just not worth it in the end. If you've had to deal with adultery in your relationship already, you absolutely know what we're talking about. And it's totally, you can win the battle, absolutely. But both people have to be committed to wanting to make the marriage work, make the marriage stand, to fix the broken pieces.
Yeah, because oftentimes adultery had some circumstances that made it available.
Yeah.
So there may be some things lacking, or there may be maturity lacking, or understanding lacking, or respect lacking, honor. There's a lot of ways you can get in a bad spot. But my point is, you have to figure out, how did this happen? Why did this happen? And how will this never happen again?
Right.
All right. Number 5, we want different things. What is this? Division. It's kind of hard to get to a destination if we don't know where we're going. Prior to the pilot getting on the plane to do what he got to do, the first thing he know where he's going.
Right.
We have to make sure that we have the same vision, the same plan, the same goal for life. What do you want out of life? Because if I want something different than what you want, we're going to have a problem.
Right.
So we need to be clarified, because Amos 3:3 says, how can two walk together unless they first agree? Or another translation says, unless they make an appointment.
Right.
We have to make sure that we're going in the same direction. If not, we're not going to get there.
And you have to agree too, if one person is going to ride out their dream first and you take turns, there's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that after your spouse has supported you, that you support them. I know for us, when we first got married, I actually dropped out of school. I only had 12 hours left to get my bachelor's of science at Florida A&M University.
You a dropout?
I was a dropout, but the agreement was once Jomo finished his football career that we would go back to FAM so I could finish my degree. And that's exactly what we did. He kept his promise. I finished my degree. And it doesn't have to be one way or the other. You can compromise and both people win. You can both have purpose. You can both have dreams. You can both have aspirations. Now, the key is if one person decides I'm going to follow the other person and I'm not going to pursue something that you wanted to do, you can't ever bring that up and throw it in the other person's face. And that was the decision that you made to be with them and to compromise on something that you wanted. That was something that you decided. That was a life. That was a fork in the road in your life. And you decided to make a left instead of a right. That's nobody's fault but your own. If you decide to make that decision, go with that decision. Don't look back. Move forward with that. God knows. God is not surprised where any of us are right now. God can make any right wrong. His purpose will still be fulfilled. Don't feel like I'm out of purpose. This is why this is not working. No, it's not working because maybe you're not listening to God. But it has nothing to do with you not being at the right place at the right time. You not listening. If God put you together and you feel like your marriage was ordained by God and you decide to make a compromise for you all to be together and not have like maybe a long distance relationship or not get married because one person was going, maybe moving to another state or something like that, and you compromised and you went to the other state, and that's what was supposed to happen.
You know, remember this. There is no covenant without a cost.
That's good.
There is no covenant without a cost.
You're saying we all compromise.
We all compromise at some point in time to make it work.
That's good.
If not, be single. But if you're going to be married, there will be a cost of time, talent, energy, peace, joy, pain, forget all of that if you want it to work.
Right.
The next one, substance abuse problems. Substance abuse problems. Now, whether it be drugs or alcohol, we have to be mindful that these things often lead to other things that are more detrimental.
Right.
You may believe that the drugs or alcohol is just hurting you. It will eventually hurt others.
It'll hurt everybody that you're around at some point that loves you. So it does affect other people and it can ruin a relationship. Now, a lot of spouses that have a spouse that deals with substance abuse, it's like, I made a commitment for better or worse. So they try to stick it out, which is very honorable. God will honor that. But at the same time, it could affect your relationship to the point of divorce.
Or drunk and driving. Overdose.
Right.
I mean, just today, my brother was telling me that DMX passed away. It was an overdose.
Right.
And it's a recurring theme. Right. God rest his soul. But that is the challenge when you have these kind of addictions in your life, that you may go too far one day and now it affects everybody.
When something controls your life so much so that you don't have control of what you want, your desires, that's why we fast. You know, a lot of times people think, you know, it's a punishment. No, it's to submit your flesh like you have to submit your flesh, and your flesh wants to eat whatever it wants to eat. Your flesh wants to do whatever it wants to do. Your flesh wants to watch TV. It wants to watch social media. Sometimes it's not even about food for some people, because food isn't even some people's issues. Some people's issues is other things, and they fast those things and they pray, because when you separate yourself from the things that are distracting you from God, then you can hear his voice more clear, and you can have a better relationship with him. So,
it's really good, because fasting, the ability to fast, is a way to begin to say no to your flesh. Because once you could say no to food, you could say no to the other things. But the primary area the devil attacks is with food.
That was the first temptation.
First temptation. That's the first temptation of Jesus, was the bread.
Right.
So he's going to come. But when you learn how to say no to that, it's the beginning of the next level of no's.
That's good.
No to adultery, no to this, no to that. But you develop that strength by saying no to the things that your flesh desires.
That's good.
The next one, number six. Fighting dirty. Okay, what does that mean? Have you ever had an argument with the one you love, and they bring up somebody from your past that they know is just going to shut you down?
Yeah, they put that big joke on the table.
Well, you ain't say that with Shaquanda.
Oh, wow.
Wow, you didn't do that, did you? You didn't do that, did you?
You threw a dagger.
Yeah, I bet.
Shut it down.
Yeah,
it's not right.
I've known some people do that before. Just put some people's name out just to try to shut you down. I've known some people do that.
Who do that?
I've known some people to do that.
Have I done that, Jomo? Let's just put it out on the table.
Because
he's insinuating that I've done that.
What? You dropped names before.
I have.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but you bust me with it.
Did it work?
I just got really frustrated. I was like, that wasn't even necessary. We talking about me and you, and then you bringing up my past. That was ratchet.
Was it a good example?
It was ratchet. It was ratchet.
It was probably a good example.
It was ratchet. You don't bring up. I'm dealing with you. We've been together. You bring up some other. She knew it was close.
Classy, bougie, ratchet.
What's that?
I don't know. It's a song.
Classy, bougie,
ratchet, and you gotta you
gotta
put your hip up. Yeah.
Wow.
Ratchet.
So fighting dirty is when you bring up something that has nothing to do with this.
Right.
You bring up the past, because right now
you don't have weapons to fight with, so then you fight with the past, right?
So fight the past.
You throw stuff up in their face that you shouldn't even be bringing up anymore.
Okay, let's get some audience interaction. Do you know somebody who fights dirty like that? That every time argument stops, they bring up the past. Say yes in the chat. Let me see if anybody know that person. Okay. Yeah, I see some of y'all smiling. Yeah, just put a Y.
Have you done that before, babe?
I think so. I don't really know of.
You don't really argue that much anymore. You don't really even debate anymore about a lot of stuff. It's just not even important.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't remember doing that, but if you said I did it, I believe you.
Yeah, you did it good too.
He said I did it good. Okay.
Like, wow, she went there.
Yep, a lot of people know somebody that brings up the past, and it's probably them.
All the yeses. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next one. You're a secret. How you a secret?
Secret love.
You go places. Hey man, I didn't know you were married. You go to the job. You married? No, you married.
You don't even wear your wedding ring.
What?
I don't like people to know all this.
You go to the family reunion. They say, "Who are you?"
I'm Junebu's wife.
That's exact. I ain't gonna say Junebug. That's my boy.
Oh, I do know Junebug. Hey, I wasn't talking about Junebug that we know. I actually have a Junebug in my family.
I know you do. Okay. I'm just trying to.
I got a J-Bog, I got a Seal.
We're not talking about
that. I got Pula.
Okay.
Uncle Man.
Okay.
Everybody got nicknames. Okay. Anyway.
Secret. There's something hidden. That chick, the next chick. No, we had friends of ours who not close, but we knew people who had multiple wives in multiple cities.
Yes, it was crazy.
It wasn't crazy as baseball. A lot of baseball players, not all, but a lot have multiple wives in different cities because they have the city they play in.
They're gone so long.
And they have the city of spring training. So you could actually have a wife in the city you played in and a wife in the city of spring training.
That won't work for me. We have to homeschool all them kids because we going. Wait, well, you know, Daddy about to go, so we gotta pack up our clothes, y'all. We gotta go again. Yeah, we gotta go again. Get your backpack, boo.
You need to trust people more.
No, it's not about trust. I want to make sure that you're happy.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy happy, so we have to stay with him.
Yeah, all the kids stay home. Daddy gotta go work.
Daddy don't have to fly to work. You know, Daddy go to work and come back home. But Daddy flying for days and weeks and months. We gotta go where Daddy's at. We're gonna be knocking on Daddy hotel room. Me and the kids, we out here in the hallway, boo. Daddy, we sleepy. We
Who
hungry.
that? Who that?
Hungry, Daddy, it's me.
All right.
They hungry, boo. Open the door.
I put some money on the door for you. Number 8.
Number 8, plans are consistently
canceled.
You canceling on me? You can't even keep an appointment.
Why are you always canceling? What you doing?
Everybody else's appointment is more important than mine?
Why am I always second fiddle?
It shows you where your priorities are.
Well, again, if it's important to your spouse, it should be important to you.
Absolutely.
If it's not important to your spouse, there's a problem if it's not important to you.
Right.
If you're always canceling your spouse and your family and your kids and you can't make it for this and you can't make it for that, well, where's your priorities?
You have to be dependable to your family.
Yeah, the Bible says you could win the world and lose your soul.
Not your soul.
Yes, your soul. You don't share the same values.
Right. Well, I think this is something that you should establish before you get married. If you don't share the same values as a person, I mean, that's something that you should find out before you get married. That should have been a conversation.
What were my values? What were my values when we got married?
I don't want to say anything. No, but I think
what was so funny?
No, I knew that you were the type of guy that would take really good care of me because you took care of your mom. And you always respected and treated your mom the bomb. So I thought, oh, he's gonna really treat me good because he treats his mom awesome. And I knew you were all about family. You loved your brother, and everybody loved Jones.
Did you just call me my nickname?
Everybody loved him. So, and then my parents loved him, and he always had everything was, for me, the things that he thought when we would have conversations, it made sense to me too. Sometimes you'll have a conversation with somebody and you just don't agree with their thought process on things, how they're thinking about things, how they vision what's right and what's wrong, and their core values, giving back and just making sure everybody around them is good. Certain things I just wouldn't be able to put up with. Even as a friend, not even just a spouse, but people around me, I feel like have the same values as I do. Because if I see somebody doing foolishness that I can't even understand or justify, I don't want to be around them. So I think that's very important to even surround yourself. If you're single, surround yourself with people that share the same values as you. If people don't share the same values as you, I wouldn't say, oh, you can't be around them or you can't be friends with them. But I just couldn't be around them, but for you have a time limit. Yeah,
you can't get rid of family, but you can limit the time you spend with them.
That's right.
You will always have family, but you don't have to spend all your time with the particular family, because law of Jesus, not all family is healthy for you. Next one.
They're always jealous. If you're dealing with a person that is always jealous, that's always questioning, what's going on, knocking on hotel room doors with the kids.
What? Charmaine,
I'm telling you.
Charmaine has some tendencies now. She is.
I saw a lot when we lived in Phoenix. I saw a lot. I saw a lot when we were in college, and it was just like, honestly, I don't think I'm a jealous person. I think I just like to be around you a lot. You think I'm jealous?
No,
I
you're
don't think
curious.
I did want to know what that massage lady was doing to you though, because I was like really, I didn't think you were cheating on me. I just thought that it was just really weird because you was like, it's the best massage ever. I'm like, what in the world is she doing? What in the hell is going on?
Well, I mean, it's funny.
I don't think
Last night I said, I'll be right back. And she called me up in the car. Where you going? Where you at? What you doing? How long you going?
When he leaves late at night like that, to me, my first concern isn't he's going to a girl's house. I don't think that. I think it's late at night and we just being totally transparent. You're a black dude late at night driving around. We are like out in the boonies. Where are you going? By yourself.
I'm gone where I'm gone.
You see how you just be playing around? See, that's what he does. And I'd be like, okay, cool. So I'm like, Lord, that's your son. Get him.
I have angels camped about me.
Yeah, you can
No
have
weapon.
angels.
No
There's been
weapon.
a lot of people, angels uncamped about them, and they in jail. Now, how we get here?
Well, I think that there's a fine line between respect and jealousy. In reference to respecting your spouse,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the same time, it's sliding over into jealousy. I'm respecting your space. I'm respecting that you're going to be honorable. But if you give me clues or if you leave me to feel disrespected, well, now I'm going to be curious.
Right.
So there's been seasons where Charmaine was curious. I've been curious.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because he'll call me and be like, where you going? Where you at?
You need to get yourself home.
And then when you didn't say so.
What did I say? You need to get your home. That's how I think
love should have brought you home last
you
night.
need to get yourself home. And I speak to her like that. And I'm not being rude. If there's a certain limit that
you're not being rude.
No, well, my point is, if that is my issue, and I explain to you that that's my issue.
What's your issue?
You find yourself lost.
Find yourself lost.
When you get lost, I'm gonna talk to you a certain kind of way, and it's not gonna be about me not loving you or not having feelings, but I feel disrespected.
You feel disrespected.
Yeah, you need to get your butt home quickly.
He don't talk to me like that, y'all. Cause I'm crazy. No, I'm joking.
I don't do it often.
I don't remember you doing it.
Yeah, where you at? And sometimes she just be someplace.
Getting him candy so he could eat late at night, 2:00 in the morning, eating Snickers.
Whoa, see that? That's not fighting fair. See what she just did?
What was that?
You ain't got to tell people my business, what I'm doing late at night.
No, I wouldn't say what you were doing. Well, I did say you were eating chocolate late at night, but I was telling them what I was doing.
I know, but
a lot of times I'm getting stuff for the kids or for you.
You could have said I was getting something. You have to put.
You want me to cover your sugar habit.
So that again, you see, I threw it out there. That was unnecessary. First you said 2:00 chocolate, then you're talking about a sugar high. You see what you did? That's twice. You don't put me out there. You uncovered me.
Yeah, I uncovered you.
You uncovered me. See, I don't talk.
You still have a tank top on and some shorts.
What are you talking about?
You good. You said I uncovered you.
What kind of metaphor was that?
I don't know.
Exactly.
It made sense to me.
It don't make no sense to nobody.
It made
you
sense.
still got a metaphor. You still got a tank top and a t-shirt
anyway,
on. What kind of madness is that? Anyway.
What were we talking about? Jealousy. We were talking about people being jealous. I don't know. I don't think either one of us has been jealous. Have you ever been jealous of somebody?
In life?
No, I'm just not talking about. I'm talking about in our relationship.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I make you feel real secure in our relationship, don't I?
No, I feel threatened. I feel scared. Help.
I don't feel threatened.
Angela, Nurse Angela, he must be diabetic. You need to stop that.
I did check his sugar, Angie.
Stop speaking that.
I did check his sugar.
I don't receive the diabetics.
What was your sugar numbers? Go on and tell everybody.
No, I'm not telling everybody. It's not my business.
It was normal though. I did check it because I told him he couldn't have no more chocolate until we checked his
now,
sugar.
Now ask the person who be bringing me the drugs.
The drugs?
Who be buying me the drugs? The chocolates.
I stopped buying you chocolate.
But you brought it back. And I appreciate
it back.
I
You are
appreciate
so funny.
I appreciate it.
No, this brother, it's something going on with the sugar in Jomo, but it's not his blood because we pricked him and checked his sugar. Anyway, next one, because we just don't have anything. But jealousy is a bad thing.
No, we're good. We're done. We said 10.
Yes.
We said 10. We're done.
We did?
Yeah, we did 10.
Oh, that went too fast. I'm having so much fun with you guys.
Please check A1C. Hey, listen. Nurse Angie, you know I love you. This ain't the place to be putting my business out there. You know what I'm saying? They got laws and stuff. I ain't got no AAC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'll have them check it.
No. Anyway, we love you. We appreciate you. We hope you have a wonderful evening.
Send us some questions. We only got 4 to do a Q&A for next week.
They said missing 10.
Oh.
That was jealous. It was 10. Need my fingerprint. So 8 was plans are constantly canceled.
Yeah.
9 is we don't share the same values. And 10, they're always jealous. They're always jealous. Well, we love you. Have a wonderful Friday night.
All right, guys. Remember, love, laugh, and learn.
And then just subscribe to what, Charmaine?
Jomo and Charmaine on YouTube, and some questions for us next week. We have about we probably have like 4 really, really good questions we're going to answer next week. I would love to get at least 2 or 3 more. So if you have any questions, please submit them on our YouTube page.
All
God
right.
bless you guys. Have a wonderful evening.
Go to our YouTube page. There's at least 50 videos dealing with relationship issues and challenges that can help you strengthen your relationship for the long term.
Absolutely.
God bless you. Please
trying
share.
to build a community of couples trying to strengthen their relationships in a godly way. You all have a wonderful evening.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.